Naram
Then I'm gonna have to
Promotions
cut
is
off
at
the
you.
volume off the phone because the feedback is there.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Naram Promotions is at you.
Goodness gracious me. Good morning, everyone. This is Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. Um, First of all, we're going to say maximum respect to Father God um, for allowing us to wake up this morning. And we say greetings to everyone around the world, including my family, my friends, and those who were waiting last night for the live show. Last night we had a freak storm in New York. So there was high winds, a lot of rain, and that prevented DJ Lada from getting here. And also the internet was unstable. So therefore, when we tried to get on to a lot to inform all of you what was going on, we did not have that capability given that the internet was fluctuating. So we could not manage to send the information over. So as in true NARAM fashion, we have to come on when the internet is stable like now to let you know what's going on because we're accountable to all our audience across the globe. So we say, welcome again. This is Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. And because of the weather condition last night, we were unable to go live. So we're going live now. As promised, I told you Asha D, that's my own nephew, who hails from England, the UK. He was supposed to be on last night, and we spoke this morning, and he's waiting in the back room to come on live. So I need you to send me, Ashley, send me a comment to let me know whether or not I'm coming through to you. Okay? So please send it through. And if you're hearing me, let me know. Okay? So here we go. All right. So I will wait for that comment. If not, then we'll continue. So, ladies and gentlemen, this today we're going to have Ashley on, and we'll put him on in a minute. However, he has been in the music business for some time, and he's going to give you his story. But he does a lot of also mixtapes. He works with a lot of international artists. He also works with his own label in the UK. He's been, you know, vising a lot of parties in the UK for a number of years, and he's well known in the UK circuit. So now I'm going to bring him to you because he's my nephew, my brother's son, and he's doing real great. And in true fashion, let's bring him on here now. Let's bring on Ashley. Let's see if we can get him. Can you click your link and you should be able to come on. Where's your camera? Your camera should be on. Ashley, can you hear me? You're live. Ashley, can you hear me? You're live. Let me. Ashley, you're live. Hold on, let me hear it from the phone. Can you hear me?
Yes, definitely. I can hear you.
Yeah, but you need to come on the live. So I've got you here. It's kind of working. It's there you are. So I'm gonna cut the phone off right now so it doesn't give a feedback. All right. Now let me hear you speak to me so I can know if you're live. Can you hear me? For some reason I am not hearing you. So let me kind of turn the microphone up. Can you hear me? We're not hearing anything from your audio. Nothing from your audio. Um, okay, let's. Okay, you gotta. Something is. Yeah, it's either you're muted or you need to click and follow through on the process in order to allow your microphone to come through on the live because I'm not hearing you. And I've got everything turned up here. Let's get you. Yeah. You're not muted. So therefore, that means we need to get you through on the live. Hold on a second. Let's see. I'm not. Can you say something? I'm not hearing you. All right. Let me get you on the WhatsApp so I can have some voice, and we'll see what the problem is because I need to hear you. Okay. What? Can you hear me on your live? You're hearing me on the live?
Yes, most definitely.
So when you look at YouTube, you can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
So now you need to look at your setup there to see when you're on the live, is it that your microphone is muted, or you need to go to your settings and click on the microphone that you're talking through. You need to go to the settings and click that so we can hear you.
Okay.
In the meantime, while Ashadi is getting his equipment set up, let's play one of his mixtapes so you can hear. Here we go.
We fell in love on the first sight.
You can hear the music.
Made love. What would you do if I gave you my heart?
If you give me, I wouldn't tear it apart.
Oh, what would you do if I gave you my number?
Cause we fell in love from the first sight.
We made love
On the first night, I go mad for your love. You make me feel like I'm dancing on ice. Grab a bag, pack my clothes, run away in the night.
It's love
At first sight, that say me having a life.
I wanna know everything about you.
That you wanna know, hey then I am the type to make your dreams them come true.
Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Tell me the truth. Tell me that you're not lying. Not lying.
I take you all over the world,
We'll be flying.
cause we fell in love from the first time.
We made love
On the first night,
Goodness gracious me.
for your love.
you make me feel like I'm dancing all night. nights. Grab a bag, pack my clothes, run away in the night.
This is Asha D's mixtape out of UK. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the best mixtape I've ever listened to. Trust me. You want to see the series? This is one of his volumes. And you gotta understand, he's got a series of that.
Opened my eyes and I was playing with my cane.
I've been so fast, girl, I was unprepared for what?
Hold on, and Asha D, you live?
Yes, I'm live. You hear me?
No, hold on. Let me mute this first and make sure say you're coming through on the real deal. All right, speak again. Let me hear you. No, I'm not hearing you from I gotta use my phone. So let me have keep the phone to the microphone, because for some reason you're not coming through on your microphone on your laptop or whatever you're using. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep this here. So we have volume from Asha D, who's my nephew, and he's doing things with Europe. And he's got a lot of things to tell you today. As you can see, he's Jamaican born, lives in England, and he has a story. So Asha D, Steve Ashmeade. Goodness gracious me. Welcome to Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. This, the Naram Promotions was born in England, in the northwest of London, and we still have the whole family and crew there. So you spoke to in Colonel at one point. So we're coming there to have a live show from the birthplace of Naram. This is going to be in the summer. But right now, we want to hear your story. And I've got a couple of clips to show some people over the world who you really are. So give me where you're. I know where you're from, but tell the world where you're from, and give them a background on you, where you went to school, and so on.
Yeah, give thanks for having me on the podcast, Uncle. Much appreciated. From here, Manchester, little village in Manchester. I joined into New Forest and surrounding communities. I went to school at the New Forest Art School, then from to West Indies College. That's Adventist private school in Mandeville. And then from there, for higher education here in the UK. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, what year did you go to the UK?
I came to the UK in 97.
97.
Just after graduation, I spent a year in Jamaica. And respect, I remind you of a photo of the graduation as well, yeah?
Yeah, you did. And I'm going to put on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back in the day. That was Asha D and my niece, that's your sister, and
That's
myself
correct, yeah.
at your graduation.
Yeah.
Can you see the picture? Yeah, them time that we did well.
Yes.
We did well, slim and young, you know.
Yes, of course, I can see. Yeah, it's actually on the laptop as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So, after you left West Indies College, and tell me about West Indies College. What did you study there?
I studied business administration, accounting, economics, that kind of department I went into.
Wonderful. So after you left West Indies College, but before we get to that section, growing up in the southeast of St. Elizabeth and the southwest of Manchester, during those times, and we're talking back in the day, give me kind of a backdrop of the struggles you went through, or what the hardships were, or was it all fun? Let me know. And while you're doing that, I'll take a sip of my bourbon.
Yeah, give thanks. It was is a mixture of both in terms of for learning purposes, experiences because the side of it that my mom was a farmer and a vendor, and dad was the aspect side of the the drilling.
So
Which granddad, which
hold on
is
a second before you go. So your mom, Auntie Cynthia Mulgrave, you know, I mean
yes,
the Mulgrave family from Sea Air. We gotta say big up to the Mulgrave family. Auntie Cynthia also was played a big part in my life growing up as well while I was going to high school, and she was with my brother Joseph Ashmeade. That's Steve Ashmeade's father. So also you have siblings. Give me a rundown of your siblings.
well, we have my sister is actually in the photograph with dad's side of it. So it's three of us. O'Neill, I call Chaddy, referee that a lot of people know him as keep his big dance in December in
Yeah,
Sea
you
and
know he has his annual um,
yeah,
Boxing Day dance. Um, it's an annual event. He's been doing it for many years now, and
yes, he
you
has,
know
yeah.
I would like for him to invest in more of a real estate rather than parties.
True, true, true,
You
true.
know the money would be well spent there, but the dance you know you do it. It's fun, but if you have a brick and mortar, then you can always collect. You know, what I mean, do the dance at your own brick and mortar. But
Yes, yes.
so Alicia, is it Ali? Am I saying it right?
Alicia, yeah,
Yeah, my
Alicia,
that's my niece, and Treddy, that's O'Neill,
Chaddy,
and
O'Neill,
who else?
and I've got two other brothers, Stephen and Lenoy.
Wonderful. So give me a
Yeah.
rundown of where everybody's at. Alicia is still in
Well,
Jamaica teaching, right?
no, she's you know what? She's supposed to contact you as well. She's actually in UK now in Oxford side teaching.
Wonderful, wonderful. She got
Yeah.
married, and she has a couple of kids there. I have not met them yet, but I've always reached out. You know, I always like, as you can see, I'm big on family. So
Yes, yes.
you know, so I'm happy that she's in the UK. I know she used to teach at St. Elizabeth Technical High School, and her
That's correct. Yeah, yeah.
mom was a teacher at BB Coke in Junction,
Yes,
and
yes.
we have a close relationship as well. Um, however, she's from Top Hill, St. Elizabeth. That's where they hail from. Okay, now so let's move on to O'Neill. On what's going on with O'Neill? That's Treddy.
Well, yeah, Chetty does his he go to the farm work in the US yearly,
Hmm.
and he does his footballing because a lot of people know him as a referee.
Hmm.
He's a great referee because he won the referee association trophy for 2 years in a row for St.
So
Elizabeth. So he's on Manchester side.
we're talking about the Jamaica Football Federation.
That's correct.
He's
Yeah.
a he's a national referee for Jamaica.
Yes. Yes.
That's a
Yes.
big deal in terms of
Yes.
we gotta highlight that because he's prominent in the country as a person in the national sport as a referee in the
Yeah.
national sport. So that's a big deal. He's not just an ordinary referee. He's a referee for the country. So
Yeah.
he's international. Well, he has that brings him to international recognition. So
Yeah.
as a national referee, okay, and he's I've been told that he does a wonderful job but he needs to continue and move
Yes.
up
True.
to
Yeah.
the Caribbean. I think he's connected to the Caribbean, but he needs to come global and come England, come referee to other match there with
True.
Chelsea
True.
and Manchester United and all them things.
True. True. True.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's Treddy. But you have a brother that deals with a lot of music production as well.
Yeah, that's Jevon. Steven is the third one because he's living in Birmingham now.
Okay, so
Yeah,
is he
so he's working with a company. Good job as well. So he's very hands on.
wonderful?
And then
But is he still
Jevon,
continuing with the music production and so on?
no, he's more like a spectator on the sideline, encouraging, you know.
Mm. But
But Jevon,
he has a wonderful talent, and I think he voiced a lot of major artists in Jamaica as a studio engineer, if I'm correct.
yes, he has, yeah. He built a lot of beats as well because what it was, we collaborated on a lot of projects, and I've mainly become an A&R now for that side of it. So my name was a good foundation for him. So whenever he went to a studio, like he went to Big Yard Studio or Big Ship, and they said to him, "Who do you know?" They said, "Asha, is my brother." I said, "Asha, is your brother from UK?" And he said, "Yes." They said, "Okay, we'll take care of you." So that was a good stepping stone for him, really. So we voiced a lot of people like Massacre. We're on his 438 album, 3 songs on it. One of the main songs a lot of people probably know is Suicide Note. Yeah.
Big deal. That's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big deal. That's big things. Big things. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's a big deal.
Yes, there's a lot of props to him. We had the last song was released by Massacre was Trophies. That was he made that beat as well. A lot of people seen song with started actually with Massacre that he built that beat, and a lot of work in the project. A lot of people don't know. I mean, no RAM promotion. You always get the exclusive. So we have a brand new Laden album to release soon.
Laden? You said Laden.
Laden from Central.
Yeah, I need to get to
Laden.
Laden to come on this show live because I've been searching for his number. So give me his number. I need to call him. Say, listen, you need to clean up your thing, you know, because one of the biggest artists off the south of Jamaica. This, you know what I mean? So
Yes.
South Central, and we're kind of focusing on all the music production on the south, including artists, sound systems, businesses, the culture, the people, and Laden is right there in the top 5. You know what I mean? So I need his number. He needs to come on here so we can get his story. I know he had a little setback, but we can fix it for him. You know, we can fix that setback. So I need to talk to him immediately so we can fix it for him so he can come international. You know what I mean? So his work is international, but he needs to come out to meet and greet his fans. So give me his number. But Laden, you said you have a new production coming out for Laden soon.
Yeah, we have my brother and myself. We have a brand new album called Against All Odds. So that's in the pipework. It's supposed to came out last year, but because of the hurricane in Jamaica, we kind of make it a setback, and then Vibes Culture got released and stuff. So we have to make everything kind of die down first.
Right, there you go. So, and I'm getting a message here. Let's see what's going on. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. So you're saying because of that setback, this is why that album is not out. But do you have a specific date for the release of that album?
Well, it's going to be in the just after the summer.
Okay, so you're talking fall time.
Fall time, yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, between September and November, that time.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
All right. Goodness gracious me! You heard it live here. This is Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. We have Asha D out of England That's my nephew live, and he's telling his story. At this point, as you know, he's deep in the music industry. He's been doing a lot of things on the European side and also in Jamaica, but he's global. And as you heard him just now, he has done things with Massacre, and they've got an album coming out very soon with Laden out of Southeast St. Elizabeth, Southwest Manchester. Laden, as you know, I don't have a tune lined up for Madden, because Laden, don't I say Madden? What kind of Madden thing that? You have to get out the Madden thing. They're not dead. Everything live.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious me. So you have an album coming out for Laden in the fall of 2025. That's a big, big deal. So we're going to keep a track of that. And I need to hear it, get the full album before it released,
Well, as soon as
Naram
I
needs
put the
yeah.
final touches to it, we just send it over to you. It's a great body of work, and we have to big up my little brother. You know what I mean? I'm 100% pushing him, pushing him really hard. And he's taking note of it. And also, just a lot of people, as I said, it's an exclusive now on promotion. We're working on a Collido EP.
What? What?
Congratulations. Well done.
Goodness gracious me. What?
Yeah.
You heard it live here at Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. Big up Colonel in England, because we're coming your way, and whenever and myself, I got work some things, Yeah, I got tear down the world. You understand me? Yeah, it's a family thing. Yeah, so tell me a little bit more about the catalog, the major artists that you've worked with over the years, and what have you produced and put out there as a production, and what's in the works? Because this is interesting. This is a gold mine.
Okay. Where should we start from? Before I encourage my brother to get into music and music production, I've produced for. I'm going to try and make a list now off my head. Pressure, Bus Pipe, Luton Fire, Dwayne Stevenson, TOK, K Queens, Laden, Gappy Ranks, Hezron, G-Wiz, let's see, Cargo, Ibamar.
Congratulations. Well done.
From Europe. A young artist from Kenya called Cafe Matati. Where should we go again? It's so I'm not Egyptian. A blessing to the artists I can't really remember off the head, but it's a lot.
Goodness gracious me! So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Asha D, DJ Asha D. He's living in the UK. That's England. He's live on our show. This is the Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. He has been in the music industry, and he's been moving the needle across the globe in the genre and the culture. He has come up from nothing to something, and he has also influenced and also molded a lot of the reggae music culture in a positive way. His brother and himself, as a team, they have created a lot of beats and released a lot of music, a lot of tracks for some major artists. We're going to play one of his mixed tracks. and I'm going to give you the link down below to link into his website and also to get in contact with him. If you are a young artist in the southeast of St. Elizabeth and the southwest of Manchester, get involved, get in contact, and we will help you. We're highlighting our people. And if you're anywhere across the globe and you're from that region or over in Jamaica in general, get in contact with us and we will help you. I'm going to continue to play some mixtape and for 5 minutes, and then we're going to get back to Ashadee's story. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashadee.
Because we fell in love from the first sight. We made love. I go mad for your love. You make me feel like I'm dancing on ice. Rubber back, back my clothes, run away in the night.
Congratulations, well done.
Aeroplan. To travel to Canada with benefits like a free checked bag and more.
Oh, na na na. Na na na.
Congratulations, well done.
Na na na. Oh, na 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 na. Na na na. You got the confidence yourself. You wanna make it one. And motivate yourself if you wanna break it. Yes, daddy gotta be no craft. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Though the going gets so tough. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Got to reach the wide of the sun and keep the fire burn. Rise towards the stars because we're good to win the world. Paganism and back to reality. Irrationality. That's the way it is.
Goodness gracious me. Ashadee. Now, you left off where you were given a list of artists that you've worked with and you've done some production for. So let's take it a little step back before we move forward. How did you get involved with the music?
Before I get into that, let me just big up Nikisha Lindo because she's from Florida. That's Kashif Lindo's sister, Mr. Willie Lindo's daughter. I produced an EP for them, and also she would probably knock me over. I produced a whole EP for her, and also Lukie D might knock me as well. I produced for Lukie D as well. So yeah.
Goodness gracious me.
Congratulations, well done.
Yeah. But to your question, for the music, as you know, Auntie Cynthia is about, mommy, minister, the church and thing, and plus yourself, the family was really that side of music, yourself, daddy and stuff, because every March in Seer, Granddad keep Thanksgiving, sound system, and Mr. T Miller with the mentor band. So there's a lot of music there, right?
Before you go any further, and while you're gathering your thoughts, my brother, that's your father.
Yes.
Used to have a little sound system, right?
Yeah.
It was 8-track. And the amplifier, I can remember the first time seeing a tube amps growing up was my Joe had a little sound with some, and the amplifier was tube amps. So when I see the little glass thing them there with the light tonight, the tube amps, that was the first time growing up I saw a tube amps, and when I asked my brother, and I said, "Oh, what is, like there's fire in the glass?" You know what I mean? So he might tell me, says that I mean, I don't know what name amplifier the boss. Them time that
Yeah.
I grew up, I say, "Hey, amplifier, what I talk about?" But it was 8-track tape. He used to have the music on, right? So a lot of people don't know
Yeah.
about 8-track tape. You live from 8-track tape to kind of cassette. Then you go
Yeah.
CD. Then you go virtual. But anyway, that was the first time seeing an 8-track tape and also a tube amp. So he was big. Him did love the music because every weekend
Yes.
him
Yeah.
there Stephen Rondo now your grandmother, and from there so it's a wrap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
continue.
It stems from that, then going to school and listen to the sound system, because if Ian in the early 90s always keep a lot of dance sound system clash culture, and because daddy know him and they know the family, because remember Ian usually come up to top house to use the cooking equipment.
Yeah, and also
So
back in the day, he has to come. That was the only place he could make a phone call with
yes, right.
my father, your grandfather. We had the Motorola setup with a big antenna. So the whole area
Yeah.
used to have to come and make phone calls up there because that's the only place you could make a phone call.
That's correct,
But
yeah.
Eon, you're talking about is Eon Lawn. Eon,
Ian
the
Lawn,
great
New
Eon
Forest.
Lawn. He used to have to come and he still have some of our pot them, and frying
Yeah.
pan and whole heap of them thing there, all them thing that we need to talk about. and Pete have one whole heap of them thing, because none of we were around and them just, handle them business, but I come talk to them.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Yeah.
my party them want my
So,
frying pan and all them thing. Me and Steve are come for no. All right. Yeah.
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 So with the respect of that, we always like, oh no, it's Mass George grandson or Jojo's son. So I always go to the back and listen, and I always take the cassette now to school because I always get it fresh. So we're in high school in Mandeville, and now it's an Adventist school. We have to go way down the ball field to clash. So I was a genre sound man in terms of clash, but a bass Odyssey in terms of juggling. So it started from then till we love the music till we
So tell me a
migrated to
little
the
bit
UK.
about the Clash part. 'Cause you said Clash, so that a sound war thing, So give me some experience in that field.
Well, it was great because I remember I was seeing the best of the best. I was seeing the rise of bass Odyssey Clash Black a lot of time. I saw Black Scorpio, Jaro Clash. We saw the rise when Lady Saw just breaking out, Baby Wayne in the early 90s there. We saw all the sound system in terms of Exodus Nuclear, Exodus 4x4. That was a rise of Bozak as well when our own artists, your bridging, Naughty Virtue, basically dropped some dope plate for Bozak sound. A lot of sort Super D, Super T, a lot of clashing was Ian Lawn was the place for sound clash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Back in the day, his daughter is now running it, and she does her thing a little bit different. But Eon is always there in the background, guiding her and so on. But we gotta say maximum respect to Eon, who set the foundation, as Eon Lawn is synonymous with the South. That means when you talk about sound systems, real sound systems, the real Jamaican big deal sound system, Ian Lawn comes up every time. So you have some of the biggest clashes ever that happen in Jamaica and around the world in Ian Lawn. He's still alive and he's just kicking back, and I'm telling you, we need to take about the mantle.
Yeah. And before we get to migrate to the UK thing to give you the full how I get into the music.
Mhm.
And I want to drag your memory back to 94.
Right.
When you said to me, I know it's school time, but you know, it's coming up to the weekend. Can you come to me to Kingston? That time we have the long Range Rover.
Hold on.
We went to
That was not 94. That was, I think, is either 95 or 96 because I was in Europe, in England, in 94. Yeah.
Right. So we went one of them years though. We went to Kingston and we take down Stone Love.
Mm-hmm.
And we take them to that time there's a Stone Love have two different sound and it wasn't the real Stone Love. You went to I think they played at Cactus at the time and you took down the Stone Love Records dub plate and took the selectors. Billy Slaughter was young at the time.
Uh-huh.
And took him to the hotel in Alligator Pond on the beach side, Port Kaiser side, right?
Yes.
That was the biggest dance ever. I mean, it was like people said about dances and stuff. You had guardman security there. You had it was $200 to come in. At that time we had to charge $200 to a dance in 96. 95, 96 was a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
People come to a juggling dance. The fun fact was about 12 o'clock, I think it was. You have to phone up, I think is the wholesale place in Bull Savannah and get more liquor because you run out of liquor.
Goodness gracious me, you have a good memory. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was it. Those are the biggest juggling dance, and that's what actually gave Stone Love this name in St. Elizabeth because of that dance you kept.
Goodness gracious me, you heard it live. Asha D, he's in England. He's my nephew, and he tells it as it is. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got a music catalog that is the envy of the world. And you got to hear his mixtapes. I'm going to put the link down below. So let's hear a little bit more of Asha D before we continue.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Though the going gets so tough. Oh no.
Congratulations, well done.
You got the confidence to say. Yes, you got some motivation to say. You want to take it. Yes. You got to speak it into being. Create your own scene. Light your own light. Fight your own fight. It's a big scene. And when they are so mean, oh no, just the Satan down to lean. Oh, the fire will burn the king. And now they gotta be no come. Oh no, oh no, no, no. Though the going gets so tough. Oh no, oh no. You gotta confidence yourself if you wanna make it. Yes, you gotta motivate yourself if you wanna take it. Yes, they will try to get you out. Full your mind with doubt, full your heart with fear. So you don't reach nowhere. Trying to get you scared. And putting ties there in everything you do. I know we see you too. That ain't gonna be no problem. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Though the going gets so tough. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You gotta confidence yourself if you wanna make it. Boy, you gotta motivate yourself if you wanna take it. Boy, that ain't gonna be no problem. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Though the going gets so tough. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That ain't gonna be no problem. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Though the going gets so tough. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
goodness gracious me. Welcome back to the Naira Promotions, the Real Deal Podcast Show. We have DJ Asha out of England, my nephew, to tell his story as we move along in this great, great journey. Asha D. So we just spoke about how you got involved with the music. The influence was from your grandfather having Thanksgiving, your father having a sound system, Ian Lawn, and also with myself getting you with Stone Love and all that good stuff. So tell me, as you move, while you got yourself molded from the family, how did you separate yourself to be on your own in the music, and how did you get there?
That's a good question. What it is, when I came to the UK, I've always collect music anyway, and then I got a friend called Slick B, was in his music thing. He came, we met at work. He came to my place and I was playing some tune and he said, No, Brethren, you're too bad for your youth. So it took me, he said to me, he had a graduation to play for a friend. So he said, okay, if I wanted to come. So I said, yeah, no problem. So I went and bust up the dance, the graduation. It was fire. So it was from there, and he said, I started to play. And straight after, I started getting to some big dance, like playing with, my father came to UK and juggling dances. But in terms of production, in the same time, as you know, you're playing as a DJ. I was introduced to an artist called Gappy Ranks. A lot of people know him. And he wasn't pushing through as much, so I took him up and cut some dubs and played music worldwide and stuff. So, but in that same time, in terms of music, because you're a DJ, I'll give a lot of people, which I haven't really spoken of much. Romain Virgo, that a lot of people know worldwide now. I was the first DJ to play Romain Virgo songs in the UK. He had two songs called I Wanna Go Home and Me Can't Sleep. Plus he did an Alton Ellis medley. That was his first production sing-over. When I met him, he was young, and I said to him, I need you to cut those two songs for me and dub plate. He never know how to cut a dub plate. That's how, just to say the experience of it. So I have to tell him how to do it. And then Vikings, now his manager at the time, drove from Spanish Town to Kingston, Shocking Vibes. I was at Shocking Vibes, gave me the dub plates and the song to push. So I pushed Romain Virgo in the UK for a lot of people to know. So in the music, I was going on voicing artists. Then Cheddy, which is your nephew, said to me, there's a young artist called Laden. So I got introduced to Laden. Laden cut me some dub plates, and everything was history from there. I played songs in the UK, do his mixtapes, experience of it. I work with, in the same process as a DJ, I try to recap as my brain working now, Uncle, yeah? I met a producer called Wattage. He was in Mandeville, because my name was circulated in Jamaica as well, that this young DJ in England is Pat. So every artist who's breaking through wanted to know me. So I met Wattage in Mandeville. He came and gave me the artist Hezron CD. But in the same time, he said to me, producer and manager Bankilos, where a lot of people know worldwide in Jamaica and across the globe. He's a manager for Bounty Killer at this present. They gave me a young artist called Cargo. So I was the first DJ to ever play Cargo in the UK, made his mixtape for Cargo to be nominated for Mogul in 2012.
Congratulations. Hold on.
Well done.
Goodness gracious me.
Congratulations. Well done.
That's a big deal. That's a big, big deal. When you said Cargo and you were the first to play him and the other artist was?
Romain Virgo.
Romain Virgo.
I told Romain Virgo to cut dub plates.
Wow, that's a big deal. And when you hear the Naram story, we have taught a lot of artists in the UK how to cut dub plates. Wait till we come over there with Colonel and you'll get on different side of the history. It's a big deal.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's from there now through Bankilos, which still keep to this present day. We still keep the link because when he traveled to UK with Bounty Killer last year and this year, we link up, and that's how I know producer Sean Nizzle and stuff. So we end up knowing through the music. G-Wiz, I produced for him as well, as you know. Jamaica is our artist from St. Elizabeth. I did his mixtape. Spice, I know Spice through Bankilos. I made Spice mixtape as well. Chuck Fender, I made his mixtape. I know him through Jack. And I know Ibamar, which I've introduced to the UK through Jack. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is. I tell you.
Congratulations. Well done.
Well done. Well done. I'm telling you. So it only gets better from here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goodness gracious me. So we have 52 minutes in. I want to play at least 15 minutes of your mixtape when we're done. However, since now that you've gotten to the point where you're at international recognition, what is the future plans from here?
At this minute, I just dropped in another little thing as well. Artist Coffee. Our Jamaican Coffee. Artist that won Grammy. Her first single called Burning, produced by Upsetter Records.
Yes.
I introduced Coffee to the UK.
Goodness gracious me. That's a
Congratulations. Well done.
Good. Yeah. That's a big deal.
Yeah. So with all, I want, before we get into that, the recognition, I want to big up like Ginger. I made his mixtape. G-Wiz Shereen Anderson, you know, who's a prominent DJ who came in the One Love film. I work with all the artists. IKEA, we work with Naughty Virtue as well. Gappy Ranks played a big part in my career in terms of, you know, spreading my name as well, and I played his songs. But only to the question you asked, we just wanted to give God the glory, you know.
All the time, every time.
That's first and foremost. I just want to give the people that work with me and the artists that work with me a lot of credit. I wanted to big up People's FM because I was a DJ in it for a few years, but now I'm going to greener pastures in June, which you'll know of. It's a radio show. But to going forward, Ben, my brother, we pushing a lot. We went on the Billboard and we work with, after big up Cyclone and Spragga Benz as well. They're working with me at the moment. And I just want to give a big shout out to Ioctento because he sent me the dope plate with him and Shano, which, you know, you love and respect all opportunities. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, so the catalog, I don't play it, your family can play them, so you can send them to me.
Yes, of course, because we
Yeah,
got them. We got them.
I tell you what,
To go forward, I said we're taking it one step at a time, Uncle.
yeah, you
And
see,
we're trying to work with artists and we're putting out music that's going to be around for generations, So that's what we're working at. There's a lot of reggae music. If anyone could type in on SoundCloud, on YouTube, there's a rhythm called Soulmate.
Mhm.
It have the heights of Jamaican and international reggae artist songs on that compilation. So I have to big up Carl Morrison and Clay, yeah.
Awesome. And when you're working with all these artists, remember the Naram jingles and the Naram dub plate. Say, you're Asha D, you're my nephew, but this is Asha Mystic. Yeah, so big up my nephew. We love what you're doing for the culture and the people who are involved, the artists, and it's good for business. It's clean. And gotta say maximum respect to your brother who's making those beats and you're working together. And whatever I can do to help to enhance what you're doing, because you're the next generation. I'm always here for the family. Um, we say at this point, well, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Naram. This is Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. We have young Asha D, DJ Asha D, who is my nephew. He's been doing a lot of things across the board to enhance and promote the music in a positive way. That's our genre, the reggae music, the culture. He has been holding that flag high across Europe and across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Asher D. It's a big deal. He's been working together with his brother with a lot of major names. As you heard, he called the name Coffee. He called a lot of names across the board that he's worked with. I would love for you to establish the engineering section of it because you have a talent. But I know you like the outdoor if you go spin through, They can't hold it on. You know what I mean? But think of it of the business aspect. You have children now, and you want to leave that legacy to them so they don't have to start where you started from. You know what I mean? So get it tied down. You're in the UK. Get it tied down so that you can pass it on, and all they have to do is plug and play. You know, it's already in motion. You know, so you want to focus. I want to say that to O'Neill as well, Treddy. You know, he loves the music, the end product, but it's good to get into the real estate side of things to enhance his children. Um, so from here on out, um, we're 58 minutes into the show. We're going to do a follow up because there's a lot more for you to say. But I want you to, I heard you bigging up a lot of people, but I want you now to do two things for me. Number one, big up all the people who are involved, who you can remember, and who you don't remember, we can do that on a second show. We're going to schedule that today for the follow up. And number two, I want you to give some advice to the young artists coming up, the young sound systems, or those who are already in the business, both as artists and sound system. The businesses that support the genre and the culture, and the people who attend. I want you to give and I want you to get in the frame of mind. I'm going to play a tune before you're talking, so you can gather your thoughts.
Yeah.
So now I want you to leave something for generations to come. People can listen to it and take that advice from your journey. So as you gather your thoughts, we're gonna play another song from Asha D's mixtape, and we're gonna leave the link below. This is Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. Here we go.
Congratulations,
Plan
well
to travel
done.
to Canada with benefits like a free checked bag and more.
Here we go.
One down them see me one down them see me one down them see me when me no see them. Oh God, about the grace of God me a live, and every day man I think positive, and all the one them a gone, still a fear love me give. Yeah, why should I worry? Why should I fear? When me left on me burden, in on the Father's care. Why should I worry? Why should I fear? Oh God, say them mighty, but today, oh yeah, them can't compare. Yeah. So when the devil send them come to try make you straight, after things where you don't know about it, you lose your way. Just lift your hands to the sky and call on the Most High. Almighty, I never deny. So why should I worry? Why should I fear? When me left on me burden, in on the Father's care. Why should I worry? Why should I fear? Oh God, say them mighty, but today, oh yeah, them can't compare. Yeah. I don't see them. Me now have no time to free them. After me now study Eden. Father God, please free them. Forgive them, Lord, that them don't know what they have done. Hey. Them lose from them right get your son. Yeah, them feel no happy blessings of love. And clean it wiser than the snow. Oh, wicked heart shall reap on them soul. Not fear from a little and a grow. So why should I worry? Why should I fear? When me left on me burden, in on the Father's care. Why should I worry? Why should I fear? Oh God, say them mighty, but today, oh yeah, them can't compare. Me now worry. Why should I fear? When I left all I burden, in on the Father's care. Why should I worry? Why should I fear? Oh God, no fear, oh them strong and mighty, them can't compare. Them can't compare. I tell you them can't. Tell you them can't.
Goodness gracious me. Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. As we wait for the final word from Asha D, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Asha D.
Give thanks for having me, man. Give thanks to everyone on the platform, you know?
We say to the audience across the globe that this has been a wonderful show. We're going to have a follow-up, and I'm going to post that. Just keep like, share, subscribe. As a matter of fact, just like right now before he gives his final word. Like. Just click that heart, that thumbs up, whatever you're clicking, like, and share it. You know what I mean? Keep tuned, click the notification bell, and remember, this is Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. This is my nephew, Asha D. We're going to close the show with his mixtape, but for his final word, you're up and you're live. This is for generations to come. Here we go.
You said question one, like how to big up. We're trying to run through the list quickly. I want to take time to big up Dane Blaze, artist out of Canada as well. Nico River Music out of Florida, big producer. Sean Nizzle, we know the guy that produced the famous Roman Red Bull Rhythm. You know, I'm drinking Roman Red Bull. I want to big up Bankulos. I want to take time big up all the like Chuck Fender, Sharon Anderson, Spice, IKEA, Hezron, Laden, Gappy Ranks, G Wiz, Nikisha Lindo, Cafe Matete, Majestic Crew from Nairobi we're working with. I want to always stand to pick up my little brother every time. And uncle, big up yourself too, because you always encourage your Asha, my nephew, you need to do this, my nephew, you need to do that, my nephew, you need to try this. So big up yourself, you know.
Blessing,
like,
blessing.
Yeah, big up yourself, you know. And, you know, just about everybody, big up everybody who they're not going to remember. I've selected B and the full crew. But you said to part two of the question in terms of young artists and legacy and stuff. I just want to say, first and foremost, you got to put God first in everything you got to do. And that was instilled in us.
Before you get there, you see, Mama gave the inspiration.
Yes.
Auntie Cynthia, Auntie Cynthia, big her up. She's still alive. And yes, your father, Jojo, you know, Joseph, your father.
Himself, you and, you know, the surrounding that. And but, you know, for the young artists and people in the musical craft, as I said, put God first and foremost. Believe in yourself. You need to listen for advice and can take advice. And sing from the heart. You know, there's always a story. Tell your story in the best way possible you can. And then other people for generation to generation can live and experience and have that clarity from your story to help them on their journey.
Goodness gracious me.
Congratulations, well done.
My nephew Ashmeade out of England, and he's well known in England. We have a part 2 coming up. And we say thank you around the globe to all our audience. If you're listening today, tomorrow, or the next year, or whenever you click on this, remember to like, share, and comment. This is Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. Thank you, my nephew Ashmeade out of England. Part 2 coming up, and we have a lot of work to perform as we go along. So blessings every time. I know you got to get back to what you're doing. And we're going to talk after this so we can set a date and time that works for both of us. You're 6 hours ahead of me.
Yeah.
And you're 7 hours ahead of Jamaica. So he's way in his day right now. I'm telling you, it's night time where you are. So it's going into the twilights. So I'm going to play 15 minutes of your mixtape, and we're going to get the link so we can post it and bring it to the people. Remember my mixtape, my mixtape, them in a boss, and film me little jingles and dub plate and all them things. One love, I love you. Blessings every time. And we say thank you, Ashley, for being on the show.
Congratulations, well done.
Goodness gracious me. So 15 minutes of his mixtape. Ashley, here we go.
White Plains is now open. Our 65,000 square foot.
As we prepare to cue up the music, let's take the infomercial down. That was Ashley, my nephew. Say one love every time. And you heard it from him live out of England. He spent over an hour on the show. But we've been waiting since last night. DJ Asha, he'll be here soon, but he could not make it through the weather last night. The weather was real bad last night, and let's say this. Let's play some more Asha D. Mixtape.
Hey, Mr. African Big.
It's clear you watch a woman, you're looking like my newbie, and my love for you is everlasting.
I love it if you choose to use the comb, I choose for where you locks out, baby. Oh, I wanna love you down.
That's why you come and let down your hair. Are you wear the crown in there?
Oh, my African king, you alone my love, not another for you.
You heard it from him live. Asha D out of England, my nephew, doing things across the globe. Nara Promotions, a real deal podcast show. We say, God bless everyone as we listen to the mixtape from Asha D.
The stone that the foolish I know Adam and you know one. No Simon for you, baby. Oh yeah.
Part 2 coming, and it's going to be greater than part 1. I guarantee you. Here we go.
One in a million. So put your hand in a me and
Oh, my African king, you alone my love, not another for you. I sing, oh, every love song I bring, every single note, every word to be sing as you are my African king. You alone my love, not another for you. I sing, oh, my African African. When I know about an next girl, but you me want. Nobody can compare to you, cause you a shot. Up in my life, you know what they say you figure. Straight up, baby, you feel me, you feel shot. Na. But I only just attack. Any, more, guess who I feel my star. Black up in this, a black man me represent. All we are one, but you the only one from one. You are my African king. You are my love, not another for you.
Yes, I
oh, every love song I bring, every single note, every word so you
sing. And you African royalty. There's not another for me. Oh, every love song. African woman.
Hey, Mr. African, pick up where you come from, baby. How I love your black skin. You're built to perfection, and you don't need no suntan, cause your body's so exquisite. I love it if you choose to use come and choose for where your locks out, baby. Oh, I wanna love you down. State my claim, you belong to me. You are my African king. You alone my love, not another for you. I sing, oh, every love song I bring.
Goodness gracious me. You know it though. Naram Promotions, a real deal podcast show.
Oh, my African.
Goodness gracious me. What a vibe. Asha D mixtape. Family for real. Out of UK. Here we go. Just a couple more and we can close the show. You know how it goes. Goodness gracious me. Here we go. All right.
Na 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 na. Me tired, yeah. Na 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 na.
Congratulations, well done.
We need to make a stop. They get some clearance. Why them a judge me for my rasta appearance? No, them a say them have no vacancy. And I said them a go call some me for wait and see. Selassie sons, we are the brave ones. We not no time for to mingle with pagans. Trap the right road even if for poverty. Try hold on in this world of calamity. Well, even though we work so hard, still not get no fear. The thunder rainstorm and mama board those blow away. You were with them did they when get a youth to try maintain a goal in life and trying to find a way to cure the pain. Blame them with the love to leave me on the ground for burn up in the flames. But then I go get no chance to see me snatch up no cocaine. You must be mad, you must be crazy or insane. We need to make a stop, beg you some clearance. Why them a judge me for my rasta appearance? No, them a say them have no vacancy. And I said them a go call for me for wait and see. Selassie sons, we are the brave ones. We not no time for to mingle with pagans. Trap the right road even if for poverty.
Goodness gracious me, you know it comes to that time of day We say thank you to each and every one who tuned in to Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. We'll be airing on Saturday next week, and during the course of the week, I'll come with some infomercial. We have Jamaican next Saturday. Jamaican will be here live, and we have him scheduled. Just click, like, share, comment, and also subscribe. Click that button, that notification bell, so that you know when we come on. Jamaican will be here live next week. I guarantee you guys, you'll hear his story. He's already scheduled. Love it? Hear me? Click the link. Click the notification bell. We also have Danny Peart coming on during the course of this week. He's also scheduled. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. We say thank you every time. God bless. Keep him first. Every time a prayer day, keep the devil away. And we say thank you every time to all the family across the globe. Like, share, comment, and also subscribe. Click the notification bell as we tune out with Asha D's mixtape out of UK. Here we go.
Congratulations. Well done.
Naram Promotions is at you. Good morning. Naram Promotions is at you.